Hello, I'm Sumant Mari, Technical Marketing Engineer in Cisco's Enterprise Routing Business Unit. Today I'm going to introduce you to the built-in port flexibility for Cisco's Catalyst 8500 series edge platforms. As you might be already aware, the Catalyst 8500 series edge platforms powered by the Quantum Flow processor has two platforms PIDs. The C8500 12X4QC shown in the top of the picture has Bay 0 offering 8 SFP plus ports. It gets Bay 1 offering 4 QSFP plus or 1 QSFP port, and Bay 2 has 3 QSFP ports to offer. In the lower end platform 8500 12X, you have Bay 0 with all 12 SFP plus ports capable. From the port flexibility point of view, the top end 8500 C8500 12X4QC platform is purpose built for 100 gig and 40 gig port speed offering in SD-WAN 1RU form factor. One important thing to note here is 0/2 offers 120 Gbps of layer 2 aggregation, and 01 and 00 offers another 120 Gbps of layer 2 aggregation. With this capacity, we get total 8 different combinations in which the front panel interfaces can be used for 100 gig, 40 gig, 10 gig and even 1 gig port configuration scenarios. To have a quick glimpse, you can have 200 gig interfaces from 0/2 and 0/1, and then the remaining ports get disabled. The end-to-end path from the front panel interface till the layer 2 aggregation in Quantum Flow processor gets reconfigured for the given speed for 100 gig in this case. In option 2, you have 100 gig interface and 340 gig interfaces from 0/2 bay, where all the 1 gig ports and SFP plus ports get disabled from 00 and 01. You have option 3, where 100 gig port and 12 10 gig ports can be obtained from this 1RU platform. In option 4, you can have 4 40 gig interfaces from QSFP ports, and you still get 8 10 gig interfaces from 0/0. In the option 5, you have 3 40 gig interfaces from the QSFP ports in the slot 2, and you also get 12 10 gig interfaces from which can also offer 1 gig capacity. In option 6, you get all the port speed variations. You get 100 gig interface from Bay 2, 140 gig interface from Bay 1, and 8 10 gig interfaces from Bay 0. Port speed change is a very simple thing. In this case, the autonomous mode use case, there is a simple CLI hardware module subslot 0/1 mode, and you can configure the given bay 0/1 in this example in whatever 10 gig or 40 gig or 100 gig speed range. We are going to have a quick look at the demo. I have done 100 gig connectivity back to back between two 8500 12X4QC platform for 0/2 port. I have 40 gig connected for 010, and we have total 6 interfaces connected 000 to 005 in 10 gig port speeds using 10 gig SFPs, and we have the last two interfaces 006 and 007 connected using 1 gig transceivers to see 1 gig speed variations. Let's look at the demo quickly. So we have two demo routers here, C8500 12X4QC, demo router 1 and demo router 2. They are both in the factory default settings. So as you see, 0/0 gives us 8 SFP plus ports, 0/1 gives us 4 SFP plus interfaces or 1 QSFP port, and 0/2 subslot gives us 3 QSFP ports. If you look into showrun and include hardware module command, you will notice that by default, subslot 0/1 is configured in 10 gig mode and 0/2 is configured in 40 gig mode. If you look into show IP interface brief output, you will notice the same thing. The 0th bay, which has 8 SFP ports, it will be configured with 0/0/0 to 0/0/7 in all 10 gig speed variations. 0/1 is also configured in 10 gig as you see in the configuration. So you see 010 to 013 also in 10 gig mode, and 0/2 is configured in 340 gig interfaces 020 to 024 and 028. Our goal is to configure 020 port in 100 gig mode, and 010, that bay 01 bay, we are going to configure into 40 gig mode. Let's do that. It's already connected physically as you have looked into the topology, and both routers are in the same state as you see here as well. So we have 340 gigs in 02, 410 gigs in 01, which we are going to configure into 40 gig for 01 and 100 gig for 02. Let's start with the 100 gig first. Get into the config mode. Hardware module subslot 0/2. If you do question mark, you will see mode command. That's what we are going for, and we'll configure it for 100 gig mode. That's it. It'll ask, do you want to confirm this? Because this is where the backend hardware is going to get reconfigured. We'll say confirm, and it'll reload that particular bay. We'll let it reload and configure the remote end also. Hardware module subslot 0/2 mode 100 gig. Say confirm. Let's notice what are the syslogs that we are seeing here. So it will first say the programmer console is programmed. It will say that 40 gig interfaces now 020 is moved to default. It's basically removing the 340 gig interface 024 as well and 028 from the control plane config, and now it gets a reload to that particular EPA 3QSFP into EPA in 0/2 mode. So it gets EPA moving from 40 gig mode to 100 gig mode message. It says old mode cleanup done. So all the data structures are getting cleaned up now. So 340 gig interfaces go away, and now you will have 100 gig interface in 0/2 after the reload. So it's reloaded. It says it's online now. Let's see what has happened. Do show platform. You'll notice the module has come back up into OK state. Show IP interface brief. Okay, let's see what has happened to 0/2. Yes, we have our 100 gig interface ready. Let's see if we have the same result on the other side also. Cool, it's up. Let's try to bring it up. Interface 100 gig 0/2/0. No shut. Similarly 0/2/0. No shut. Cool, the link is up and the interface, because this was previously connected. Let's now configure the 0/1 subslot. Now you will see that include hardware module. Now our goal is to configure 0/1 into 40 gig mode. Hardware module subslot 0/1 mode 40 gig. It will again ask for confirmation. Say yes. Hardware module subslot 0/1 mode 40 gig. The SPA will go for a reload. This is where the speed change is going to happen. Old mode is getting cleaned up like 100 gig scenario that we looked at, and you will see the module quickly comes back online as well. So let's see if that has happened. Show IP interface brief. Yes, we notice a 40 gig interface 40 gig 0/1/0. Let's do no shut and go to the other router. Let's see what is there. Here as well, the module has changed the mode to 40 gig now. Interface 40 gig 0/1/0. No shut. And as the links are previously connected in this router, so we'll see if that comes up successfully. Cool, the 40 gig 0/1/0 is up now. Do show IP interface brief. You'll notice the 0/0 is now configured in 10 gig 000 to 007. You have a 40 gig interface 010 and 100 gig interface 020. You got all the three port speed variations in this. In 007 and 006 has 1 gig SFP, the transceivers. That means these two ports you are going. I have configured it for 1 gig mode of operation. Let's look at the bandwidth on those interface. Show interface T0/0/6. Yes, as you notice, the bandwidth had changed to 1 gig because this has copper SFP of 1 gig speed inserted into 8000 Mbps full duplex. Similarly, you will notice for the 007 interface, this is also another example I wanted to give you, with bandwidth set to 1 gig on a 10 gig interface, and that happens based on the transceiver inserted into the port. The similar capabilities that you looked into the demo for autonomous mode are possible through controller mode operation for SD-WAN use cases. When you select C8500 12X4QC platform on vManage controller, you will notice there is a dedicated feature template called as Dynamic Interface Mode feature templates appears, and through which you will be able to configure Bay 0, Bay 1 and Bay 2 for the desired port speed variation. We have both the platforms, the 8500 12X and 8500 12X4QC platform, offering high density 10 gig from the built-in 12 SFP plus interfaces. When it comes to the autonomous mode, the top-end C8500 12X4QC platform can offer breakout cable option for the 40 gig ports in Bay 0/2. So each 40 gig port can be broken into 4 by 10 gig making it a total 24 10 gig ports capable from this 1RU platform. Again, this option is also pretty simple for breakout from CLI configuration point of view. We have firstly the bay 2 has to be in 40 gig mode configuration, and then you can break out that using all the 3 ports for 40 gig into 10 gig 4 by 10 gig breakout, or selectively one of the port. Let's look into a quick demo for that. In the demo topology, I have connected 0/2/4 from the 8500 12X4QC platform to remote end with 8500 12X platform for the first 4 10 gig interfaces 000 to 003. So now we have 2 routers, again demo router 3 and demo router 4. Here the demo router 3 is 8500 12X4QC. We are going to look at how we can break out a 40 gig port from 0/2 into 4 10 gig ports. Currently they are configured in the default mode. You will see by default, as we learned, the 0/2 bay will be configured in 40 gig. So I have already connected 0 to 4 with a breakout cable, and on the remote end we have 8500 12X platform. I have used the first 4 port on 0/0 slot in the 10 gig capacity, which are currently, you will see they are in the down state, the first 4 port. They are connected with the 40 gig breakout cable to 0 to 4 on the remote end, but because this side is not configured, they are in down. So our goal is to break out 0/2/4 into 4 by 10 gig breakout. If you see, it is configured in 40 gig mode and none of the ports are breakouted. So we will configure breakout option for that. Hardware module, subslot 0/2 breakout, and then we have 10 gig breakout port question mark. We can do it for all the ports, but our goal is connected to 0 to 4, so we are going to use this option, native port 4, and say hit enter. It will again ask for confirmation. Now in the system it's going to programmably create 4 logical interfaces for 0 to 4 slot, which will be 10 gig capacity each. A quick reload happens for the module. The old 40 gig data structures gets cleaned up. You will notice that the ports 0 to 0 and 0 to 8, they are there in the slot, but they are not getting changed. It came up as is because the EPA got completely reloaded. And let's see, we got 4 10 gig interfaces here, 0 to 4, 5, 6 and 8, 7. Our goal is to now do no shut on that interface. 10 gig 0/2/4. Let's do it in the range command. We can use the range command, interface range T024-7. So all 4 will be done no shut in one go, and then say end. Cool, the links are coming up on this side, and as you notice quickly, the 0 to 000 to 003, all the ports will come up in this side also, because now they are operating in 10 gig speed, as you see. Yes, so this is a quick and simple way to break out individual 40 gig interface into 4 by 10 gig each. Thank you. This was a quick introduction to the port flexibility of Catalyst 8500 series H platforms. Have a nice day.